people.
Oh, I shake before and after? Thought it was just after. Welcome to my senior project.
Pointing towards the screen.
About me, I was born to my mom and my dad, Holly and David Kopesky I on January 29, 2001. I went to Gaines Elementary all throughout elementary. I came to Byron in 6th grade and I've been here since. And I was born in the Genesis Hospital of Flint. For my resume, education, I took one course in forensic science at the Genesis Career Institute last year. I'm in 12th grade, obviously. My work experience, I worked a few jobs for Paramount Brick. I've worked a little bit for the FFA. I worked at Simon's Tractor for a time. Same thing with the deck, Lakeview, whatever you'd like to call it. I've worked on a few different farms. I have some carpentry, steel siding experience. I'm in a metal shop class right now, taking Krasinski's class all throughout high school whenever I could. And I'm currently a general laborer at Coates Plumbing Incorporated, and I've been doing work experience throughout the entire school year. Then I've done 3 sports throughout high school: football, wrestling, and track. I was an FFA member, 4-H member. I shot state level archery when I was in 8th grade. I can drive stick and pull a trailer. Apparently that's a trait that you have to put on a resume now because not a lot of people can do that. And I was certified HIPAA bloodborne pathogens and tuberculosis last year in my GCI class. My letters of recommendation, I have one from Mr. Krasinski and I have another one from my boss, Mr. Coates. Pretty neat stuff. My friends, I obviously wasn't going to be able to get everyone up here. I have a lot of my friends I've made through sports. There's Tyler holding a bird that flew into the wall during our metal shop class at freshman year. That was pretty funny. There's Cody with Tom Hanks. There's Josh with Jason Bourne. It's us at the auto show my freshman year. Yeah. My family, this is my dad, my grandpa, and I. That's my grandmother and I when I was a baby. That's my dad and I when I was a kid. It's my mom, my dad, and I. That's my dad, my sister, and I. That's my mom and I. That's my grandma and I. That's my dad and I. That's my dad and I. And that's my grandfather and I. I even said and I. That's the proper expression. So for my vision board, I kept it pretty straightforward. You got a house, preferably on a lake or something out in the middle of nowhere. You don't want any neighbors or anything, right? You got money. I mean, obviously, money makes the world go around in this country. You got a Dodge Viper there. I don't know if I necessarily want a Dodge Viper, but fast car in general. I got a family. Want to have a family at some point in time. Got auto shop. I'd like to have my own shop when I grow up, have my own place. Got entertainment center. I'd like to have a pretty sick entertainment center when I have my own house. Family tree, it's a little blurry, but got me, my parents, my grandparents, both sides, and my great grandparents. Letter to the parents. Mom, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me, and I know that I really wouldn't be where I am right now without everything you and Dad have done for me throughout high school, and elementary school for that matter. I'd just like to say that I'm always going to be grateful for that, and I hope I can provide something like that for my kids. You guys set a great example. I interviewed my boss, Mr. Coates, and just asked him a bunch of general polling questions. It's not a lot of people know that stuff, but pretty interesting stuff. My Golden Eagle was written by Ashlyn Harris. It was a great insight as to my uncertainty of what I want to do with the rest of my life. And my experiences throughout high school, the friends I've made, and it's been a pretty great experience, and it's coming to an end, unfortunately. My inspirational person, I did J.J. Watt. After Hurricane Harvey, J.J. Watt raised, thank you. J.J. Watt raised over $40 million for victims affected by the hurricane, and that's not even including money that he put in on his own. And J.J. Watt is no stranger to overcoming physical adversity too. I remember the other season he fractured his leg in the first drive, and after all the physical therapy and everything, he came through. And I don't know, I just think that's kind of inspiring that no matter what, you always push on through. I'd like to live my life like that. Volunteering, I took 2 shifts at the public library in Gaines by the railroad station organizing books. I helped my boss's mother with yard work, just cutting up trees, stacking them, raking leaves, that kind of stuff. I helped install a lot of different like plumbing fixtures, like water heaters, all that kind of stuff for elderly and skilled labor deficient on a weekly basis. I don't know if that's technically volunteering, but I do that a lot, so figured I'd put it on there anyway. My PSA is I wrote my research paper on the rising college tuition and how it's been going up practically exponentially over the past 50 years or so. And I explain it all in my thing of why it's like that and why it's going to keep going up. I'll give you a hint, it's the government.
From current slide on top.
Any questions? Aiden.
Do you plan on going to college?
Yes, I plan on going to some sort of community college and then going to a public university from there. Plan to get my general ed out of the way, get it cheap as possible. Adam?
What are you doing to help change the system that the colleges are using today?
I can't do anything for it. I mean, I can bring awareness to it and make sure everyone's aware of what's going on, but it's not going to stop unless people stop taking out loans and start trying to finance it themselves. Mrs. Travis?
Well, they did bail out Fannie Mae and Sallie Mae, the prime loan companies for student loans. Do you think that was a mistake to bail them out when they're making all these loans?
Are you asking me, or are you asking me from a government standpoint?
I'm asking you.
You're asking me? Well, yeah, I think it was a bad idea, but for the government, I mean, we're just going to keep putting out loans.
And second question, what are you passionate about?
What am I passionate about? At this point in time, I am not passionate about anything in particular. I'm still trying to find my calling, if you will, so I can find what I'm passionate about. Because I'd like to do what I'm passionate about for the rest of my life. Like you were saying, you're passionate about teaching. I'd like to find my teaching job.
My suggestion, though, is not to look for where your passion is, but to be passionate about what you do. There's a big difference. We gotta have a question from the sister.
You got some.
I got one. What was the most difficult portion of the project?
Probably the PSA, honestly, because you have to. It's tricky when you're recording yourself talk. Nobody likes listening to their own voice and getting through all that. Jackie.
So, you like cars, and I like cars too, but we were saying about that in the first time. So what's some stuff you decided you would do?
That I would personally purchase for myself. I think I'm gonna have to copy Cole on this one. I would like a '69 Charger. That would be pretty sick. Adam?
How do you think the over-reliance of a bachelor's degree has been diminishing its superiority among the United States population?
Well, what it is so many people are getting degrees that the degrees are becoming worth arguably less and less because they're becoming more common. It's becoming such a staple to get into anything. So it depends from career to career. Ms. Trump?
You have a little sister in the audience. What, if you had to give her the best advice you could, what would you tell her?
Advice for high school, this project?
I don't care. Life. Life, man.
Take it one day at a time. That's all you can do.
Just let 'em off the hook.